Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Yeah, so this is a new type of videos I have started. This is regarding the interview preparations for whatever the interviews I'm gonna facing with the preparation with AI. I'll capture here. So yeah, so let's continue. I mean, I'll share my screen just a second. Um, So AI, the preparation it made it a little easy. So instead of going through a lot of stuff, you're unnecessarily wasting your time. You can use the job description, and you can just paste the job description in the GPT, and it will try to ask questions, and you will just try to answer this one after the other. I think you will get a great idea. Like the way we can prepare, and the way we can excel in our preparation. Okay, so what I did is I just pasted the job description, whatever they asked. Like for example, in this case, okay, this is the level one interview for so and so company, and I have pasted that, what they exactly asked. So let's see what GPT given. Just read out. So it gave a pattern, like I ask one question, you answer, I refine next question, increase difficulty. Okay, so that is what it is. And the level one interview for Virtusa as of now, mm, I am attending is like they will not go very deep Fang style. They will check Python means OOPS basics, and ETL data engineering thinking, problem solving, and some SQL scripting, um, communication, and basic system thinking. Maybe a scenario, because it's a 30 minutes interview. I think within 30 minutes, whatever it may be possible. So that's what it's asking. Next intro. Explain about yourself. Like I'm a senior data engineer with 12 years of experience building and monitoring large scale mission critical data platforms, and highly regulated domain like banking, finance, risk, and analytics. So I gave a bunch of huge information, but strong content. But because whatever is prepared, right? So GPT only given this. Mm, so what I wanna say in self introduction perspective is, the domain you worked, so and the experience I have. So I'll follow a pattern, like the experience I have, the domain I worked, and different type of tools I have worked. I have experienced with these are the tools, and after that, I'll say exclusively from for the current project. In that current project, what exactly I have done, and what exactly I have excelled in in those lines. So that is the way I'm gonna explain. And after that, prior to this, I mean, like for example, apart from the current project, I mean, what I have worked, what I have did in a different tools perspective, that's I'm gonna give. But and finally the conclusion is like, beyond hands-on engineering, I'm known for strong ownership and collaboration, mentoring engineers, enabling data operation teams, and partnering closely with the product, finance, and compliance stakeholders. So the communication I have with the different teams, cross platform teams, I will explain that. So but it says like since it is 30 minutes interview, just keep it pretty short. So Here what it says is it's an experience and platform focus and what is my main area of interest, in my current role what I'm doing. uh, and yeah, so and what is the motive for my what is my enthusiastic item, so that they could correlate with, what they are required. So next, why this works means, I mean, like, yeah. uh, Next, explain OOPS concepts. Of course, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, and abstraction. These are the OOPS concepts. I didn't answer this. I asked like an explanation. Like, so it says like, so we need to have this, like we need to have the idea about this particular code, like classes and objects, and what is the uh, how the different oops different object-oriented programming concepts will work. So that's the basic idea we need to have. Here is like encapsulation, like is bundle data plus methods together, like data will be there, and methods, so you can access via method, not directly. Use for security and control. Encapsulating data with methods. So that is the main motive for this, like bundling data plus methods together and restrict access. So until and unless you access that particular class, that particular method, you cannot able to access the corresponding underlying data. So that is the encapsulation, that it provides certain amount of security. Inheritance is one class inherits from another, like for example animal class here. um, this is a main class, and of course in that dog and inherited animal, and it can perform this as well. Like not only it has its own feature, its own method. If for example if you define any method here, it can be inherited, uh, it can be used, and of course apart from that, whatever the methods that have in the parent class, that's also can be used here. That is the main motive for the inheritance. So reuse the existing functionality and avoid duplication. So something is defined in any other class, and you will be using the same. Polymorphism is like a many forms, like same function different output. uh, if you see the above example, dog definition has speak self, print bark, cat, uh, speak self, print meow. So in these cases, like for each for each, as you calling the corresponding class, it'll do the same functional, it will do the functionality that has the definition inside the method. So yeah, same function different output, because speak is there in both of them, but it needs to acquire from different classes, so obviously it will behave like that. So that is polymorphism. Abstraction, show only required functionality, like no abstract unnecessary stuff, which is not needed right now. So those things, user doesn't need initial logic. Focus on what to how, what not how. So Okay, that is the main motive for this particular abstraction. Hiding complexity is the section. Same method, different behavior is polymorphism, and reuse code is inheritance, and data hiding is the encapsulation. So encapsulation, data hiding, um, inheritance, reuse the code, polymorphism, same function behave differently based on the uh, input, and abstraction is hiding the complexity of the program. So, in a simple explanation, how to answer this in interview, like OOPS in Python includes encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. So, encapsulation hides data using private variables. Inheritance allows code reuse. Polymorphism enables same method with a different behavior. And abstraction hides implementation details using abstract classes. You need to exclusively mention like abstract method. So where would you use OOPS in data engineering projects? It's a good question. Uh, let's take a minute to think about it and answer this question. It needs a precise examples, I believe. So I was just thinking about precise examples on those lines. Okay, I'll ask GPT to answer this. So I use OOP, object-oriented programming, in data engineering to design modular and reusable components such as building classes for data ingestion, transformation, and validation pipelines. It helps in organizing code, handling different data sources through inheritance, mm, and maintaining scalable and maintainable systems. So reusability, it explained the answer explained about the reusability here. Uh, Mainly focused on reusability, I think, and so readable programming like. Mhm. So I can mention like in the interview, like the readability of the program. So if the readability of the program is there, it's a better handling of a programming, I can say, instead of clumsiness. So to avoid that, I'm gonna use, okay, build classes that are reusable uh, for different purposes like ingestion, transformation, and validation pipeline. Um, it helps in organizing the code and helps in different data sources through inheritance and maintaining scalable and maintainable systems. Okay, this is a good way of answering in a simple way, like where what I think I'm using all the object oriented programming concepts, but I can able to explain only the reusability perspective, and inheriting the classes also I can explain. That I can do. uh, to just to have a brief information about my interview is okay. These videos I'm creating because in future, if I want to refer anything about how I prepared uh, in how I prepared for the interview, I just want to cross check on those lines. I'm creating these videos. If you don't like it, just please don't watch it. So I'm not gonna cover entire things here. I just gonna cover, like, whatever I was interested to, so that I can get a little help from the GPT perspective, and I started using other tools as well, like Claude. This is also I have used, and to have a better understanding towards current market scenarios. So let's go back to GPT. Okay, now data quality in your pipeline. How do you handle data quality in your pipeline? Okay, so quality of a data is depends on the validation on top of each data column. So if the data columns are whatever the necessary data columns, I'll be profiling them end to end. The profiling is all about to get the list of values, like for example, it is getting these type of patterns, to identify patterns in the values it is getting in a particular column, which is an important column. So those columns I'll read, I'll run a profiling on top of them. So that profiling should help, there are features in Python. So those features can be useful to understand the data better. So if there are any necessary columns that is having data that are not valid, so in those cases, I'll try to get as much as qualified data to my system. So that is the main area I'll be focused. And after that, the lineage of the data should be there, from where it is coming and where it is going, and all those other lineage. These both concepts, like data profiling and the data lineage, will help to understand better about the data. So that is the main motive. So yeah, that's it. So let me see if my answer is having any issues. Let's see. Okay, refined answer it gave, like, I handle data quality by implementing validation and monitoring at multiple stages of pipeline. Okay, okay. I apply column level validations, like null check, data types, range, format validation. Mhm. I use data profiling to understand patterns and select anomalies early. I implement business rule validations to ensure data correctness. I maintain audit and reconciliation checks to compare source versus target counts. Yeah, so I think it is going in that way: incoming data and outgoing, what it is coming in, what it is going out, the count of those things. Business rule validations, data correctness. So data anomalies, data correctness, reconcile, auditing of the data, lineage of the data. I only mentioned. I think I mentioned only about profiling and lineage. 2 points only I have mentioned here. Of course, it boiled down to anomaly detection only, but yeah, let's go ahead with this. Like column level validation, null check, data type, and range. Null check and data type and range and format validation. Obviously, null check data types, a range of values we are getting in a particular column, and format validation. That is there. Next, data profiling. The profile data to understand the patterns of the data, like data anomalies. In any data detect anomalies. Anomalies which is there, the value should not be there in that particular column as per the terms. So it is there. So that is anomaly. So we'll profile for getting the anomalies and business rule validations to ensure data correctness. Hmm. Maintain audit and reconciliation checks. I track data lineage. Okay, this is good. Next. Hmm. Next question. Why write a Python function to find duplicate elements in list? I think we need to write a def function name dedupe. Dedupe, it may have duplicates elements in a list. I need to traverse through a list item. List item is like which is in square brackets. So before going to this answer, we'll try to explore about the similar questions I have asked to the GPT to have a brief overview about Python programming. Since long back I used Python programming. Nowadays, whatever the programming I'm using, it's Python only, but it's PySpark more related to PySpark stuff. So yeah. So in Python, what are the types like integer, float, string, uh, boolean, you know, non type types, and of course these are the list, ordered and mutable, which is a list is ordered and mutable, and tuple is ordered immutable. You cannot change the tuple. Uh, you cannot add any item. So DCT means dictionary. Dictionary is like key value pairs will be there, like it's a key and a value corresponding value, and of course it's a set, it's a non-duplicate unique values will be there. Okay. Okay, duplicate removal can be possible by converting list into string, list into set, but I'm not sure whether we can able to convert list into set. Of course, so let's remember these things as of now. So this is the main key features in the Python data types, which is list, tuple, dictionary, and set. So list is ordered and mutable, and tuple is ordered immutable. This dictionary will be a key value pairs, and set is a unique unordered items. I need to ask like how to traverse through each of the list tuple. Hmm, that I'm gonna ask now. Uh, uh, okay, so control flows like the if and else conditions and the for loop and the while loop. So this is the way it need to use, and of course the function's definition, and it will be the function name, and it will have some parameters. Maybe it has some declared values, like you can define defined values. So it will start with, and of course you'll write the corresponding code here, the return type of the function, what it needs to return. So this is the way you need to write a function, of course class animal, and it will have some definitions. Init is the initializing point of that particular class. So error handling, try, accept, and finally. So this is error handling, try, catch, try, accept, finally. So zero division error, null pointer error. So any type of error definitions, that will give a um, better output for the particular program, so that you can you can easily define, like you can easily define those error types, so that it can be categorized, and later it will have uh, better readability about your uh, about your way of work. So I think, yeah, com- comprehension, I don't know about comprehension yet. So if it is like, whether it, how can we traverse through the list, maybe that is the reason they, I'm not sure about what is comprehension is like. So how to print squares, maybe it is saying here like x 2 stars 2 for x range 10, means it will print star 2 is multiplication, star 2 is a square, of course. Evens x for x in range 20 if x percentile 2 equals to 0. Next, T means dictionary, K colon V for K. Hmm, key built-ins. So these are the built-in functions here, like length, range. So practically I need to experience these things, like I need to write the code and see how it behaves. And one more thing is decorators. I don't know what is decorators here. Interiors, what it will do. Iterators, okay. Iterators and generators. Df countdown is greater than 0. Yield n. Pause return value. Decorators. Okay, def logger function def wrapper star args star quarks print f calling function name. I don't know about this decorators, but I'll learn through logger def add a comma b return a plus b. I don't know what it is. I'll read it later. So, using different AI tools, I'm getting the programming inputs and I'll try to explore a little bit more. But as of now, if since I have long back used about exclusive Python programming, now the interview requirement is like that. Have one of the requirement is to have a Python as well. And of course, I mean we are preparing. You're already aware of that, and we are preparing on the another video tutorial for Spark preparation. So the same way for interview questions as well. Like I mean, I have created this video, but here the difference is like mm, the using different AIs, and I'm gonna get the required information in a quick fashion, and of course, I'm able to prepare in a short span of time. So that's the best way using this. So that's the main motive I want to share these videos. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Write a Python function to find duplicate elements. Okay, I'll find the duplicates. I'll track elements I have already seen using a set. If I encounter an element again, I'll add it to a duplicate list. I need to traverse through for that particular. Hmm. So df find duplicates. I think this sounds to be a little interesting. Like for num in array, okay, I define an array, and if num in scene, which is how they are defining scene. The main definition defined the function definition find duplicates is an array. Okay, that is the definition ARR. It has two variables. Scene is a set. Duplicates is also a set. Okay, I can ask one question here. Mm, so two unique sets any which way you can it cannot have duplicates in the set. So okay, so if that is the case, then yeah, this is a good simple code. Okay, took two variables and make it as sets, and of course in that number in array for each number that travels through that particular array, number in array, if number in scene duplicates dot add, I need to add it to duplicates, else I add it to scene. Okay. I used a set to track scene elements and identified. Okay. Alternate using collection, of course. From collection, from counter, differentiation, find duplicates array and return k for k, v in counter array dot items if v is greater than 1. This is I did not understood that. So let's see. How do you design a data pipeline for unstructured data? So it's a good question. So what unstructured data? For example, any type of text data it is asking. Instead of getting answers from the GPT, you can just ask the questions. So steps they gave is ingestion, parsing and extraction, cleaning, standardization, storage and modeling, quality monitoring and governance. Okay, so collect unstructured data from sources like files, APIs, logs, emails, or documents into a landing zone such as S3 or HDFS. Use Python or Spark to extract useful fields from text, JSON, XML, PDFs, or logs. Remove noise, handle missing or invalid values, normalize formats, enrich data where needed. So enriching of data, obviously, mhm, it will be the best way, so that you can have a better grip on the data. Storage and modeling, store raw data separately, then create a processed structured datasets for analytics or downstream models. Okay, quality, add validations, lineage, audit logging, error handling. Okay. Mm. So like this, you can, it's just an example interview. It'll keep on. You can prepare like with a number of questions. Like it'll keep on asking step by step. You keep on answering the same way, and if there is any correction needed in a strong manner, it'll GPT will help you to understand end to end, so that you'll get a better idea. So I hope this helps a bit to how we can use AI to grow better in our interview preparation. So I'll keep on doing these type of videos. Of course, I'm still in a preparation stage, so that's why I could not able to answer most of the questions. So I'll try to answer going forward, step by step. So yeah, thanks for joining my. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.